morning guys and assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to talk about some environmental issues. So let's start from the deforestation. Every hour forests the size of 300 football fields are cut down. By the year of 2030, planet might have only 10% of its own forest if deforestation is not stopped. As we all know that the forests are known as the lungs of the earth. So if we remove lungs from the earth, how it can survive? We have collected some data. We lost around 10 million hectares of forest every single year. Deforestation contributes 4.8 million tons of carbon dioxide per year. One of the most shocking deforestation fact in the recent year is that Amazon, the world's most biologically diverse ecosystem and an important carbon sink, is found that it emits greater amount of carbon dioxide than it absorbs due to deforestation. So we need to stop deforestation and plant more and more trees for a sustainable development. So number 2, food waste. In the world where people are dying from hunger, 1/3 of the food produced are being wasted. The food emitted for human consumption, about 1.3 million tons is wasted, and that is enough to feed 3 billion people. So food waste not only exacerbates food insecurity, but it also causes severe damage to our environment. When we waste food, we waste natural resource used for producing that food. And the main three are energy, fuel and water. Natural Resource Defense Council HRDC estimated that food waste means growing food that goes to waste ends up using up to 21% of fresh water. So if we waste 1 kg of beef, that is equivalent to 50,000 liters of water. And if we waste 1 kg of vegetable, that is equivalent to 300 liters of water. And similarly, if we waste 1 kg of rice, that is equivalent to 3000 to 5000 liters of water. Food left to rot in the landfill subsequently release methane, a strong greenhouse gas that is 25 times stronger than carbon dioxide. So if we stop throwing away food, we can save equivalent of 17 metric tons of carbon dioxide emission. So number 3 is food and water insecurities. Rising temperature and unsustainable farming practice increasingly results in the food and water insecurities. With the global population expected to be 9 billion by the mid of the century, the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United States estimated that the demands of food may increase by 70% by 2050, and around 280 million people are not getting enough food to eat. On the one hand, we are wasting 1.3 billion tons of food that is enough to feed 3 billion people. On the other hand, there are 820 million people that are not getting enough food to eat. So here what we can do? We have to make some connections with NGOs where we can provide the stocked food to those NGOs, and they will provide to the needy people food. We should take food how much we can eat. So to meet the needs of our rising population, plants may have to produce 50% more crops to meet the demands of the people. Unless or until some immediate action are not taken, it is increasingly clear that the impending food insecurities emerge and that have long-term effects on millions of adults and children. In terms of water security, there are only 3% of world's water that is fresh, and 1/3 of that is stocked away in frozen glaciers or unable to use. As a result, 1.1 billion people worldwide lack access to the fresh water, and a total of 2.7 billion people found water crisis at least 1 month in a year. And we also falls in that category. As you all know, in upcoming few months, we are going to face some water crisis in our hostel. Here we have to save water and we have to reduce the use of water. So now the question is what we can do. We can reduce our carbon footprint, make a conscious choice to reduce our carbon footprint, opt for renewable energy sources, Embrace sustainable practices like avoid, minimize, reduce, generate and recycle. Make a sustainable choice in everyday life. Reduce single use of plastic. Choose eco-friendly products. Opt for sustainable fashion and transport. So let's promise we'll stop deforestation, we will stop wasting food, we will stop wasting water. A small change can have a big impact. So let's act now.